Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for our first um, softball State of the Union. My name is Allie Haenel, and I'll be the host of sorts for tonight. But I hope you're doing well this evening and that your young softball players have enjoyed some success this fall. I know last weekend looked like a really beautiful weekend in New York, and I've just so enjoyed hearing the updates from our Team Steel coaches, and very much looking forward to getting out there to see our teams in action, hopefully in the near future. I'm out in chilly California tonight, unlike I guess you all have warm weather in New York. So I guess I'm a little jealous of that, but give me a few days and I'll be bragging about our sunshine and warmth, I'm sure. A little bit about me. I'm the Senior VP for Social Impact at Steel Sports. But the real reason I'm here tonight is because I'm a softball lover. I coached college softball for 15 years. I was a Division I student athlete at the University of Illinois at Chicago. I grew up playing softball in Southern California, and when I joined Steel Sports, it took me about 5 minutes on the job before I started asking about softball and can I get in touch with our softball coaches and how can I be involved growing our softball teams and supporting our softball athletes. So that's really why I'm here, and I'm looking forward to celebrating many successes with you all and your families and our Team Steel families as our program grows and develops. Speaking of growth, we've got a great group here tonight to talk about our vision for Team Steel and our athletes. The group that I will introduce to you in a moment is here to support our athlete growth and to help Team Steel grow into a Long Island powerhouse of softball teams. Moreover, we are all committed to working with our young athletes, supporting our young women athletes as they develop into leaders and as they work on their character development and prepare to enter life beyond sports. And everyone here tonight, we all know and believe that sports will help our young athletes develop great character and great skills that will serve them well throughout their lives. So with that, I'd like to introduce a few people who will speak throughout the course of this presentation. So we've got Frank Zitaglio on tonight, who's going to talk about baseball heaven in our facility. Coach Nicole Farber, who's going to give a 2020 fall recap. She'll talk a bit about our coaching staff, our teams, our college pathway. We've got Keith Osick, who is our VP of Coach Development. He'll be talking about our coach development plan and our long-term player development plan. And then Steve Jones, our Senior VP of our Steel Sports coaching system. He's going to talk about our mission, vision, core values, and how sports can help develop character and teach life lessons. And then at the end, I'll talk to you a bit about camps and clinics that we have in the works. So before I hand it over to Frank, I'm just going to talk to you briefly about a few different programs that we have in the works. First is the Women of Steel. The Women of Steel is a network of sorts within Steel Sports that includes all of our women coaches, and down the road will include all of our young women athletes. So this program is a way to uplift, encourage, empower, mentor our women coaches so that they can grow in their careers and just provide the strongest form of mentorship to our young female athletes. The other program that we have is our Athletes Leadership Council. Nomination forms and applications are available now, and they are live, and I would just love to encourage our softball families to encourage their children rather to become involved in the Athletes Leadership Council. That is sort of like a student athlete advisory committee, which is at the college level, or student council, so to speak. But this is a group of young athletes that will get together a few times a year to work on leadership development beyond what they work on the field. We'll talk about communication skills and different leadership strategies, and really try to help them emerge as leaders in their sport as well as beyond their sport. And I'm going to turn it over to Frank to talk a bit about Baseball Heaven, our facility.
Thank you, Allie. Thanks for hosting this tonight. It's exciting to have this in the girls softball and a successful girls softball program, what we have now. So they've had a great fall, and they've been winning a lot of events at all age levels, and we're excited. My name is Frank Cittaglio. I'm the operations manager at Baseball Heaven. Most of the parents on the call, I believe, do know me. I can see by the name. I hope you all are well and safe. A couple of things in regards to Baseball Heaven and fast pitch. All of your practices run through me. So I will deal with Nicole and Sierra or Heather and whoever wants to, when they practice outside, they will deal with me. And that has been going very smoothly this fall, I believe. The membership for your academy, please remember you have a membership to the academy. So if you want to use it, all you need to do is call and make an appointment and make sure there's a spot available. And you could come in and use the indoor whenever you want with certain a number of players by yourself, but you are free to use, or the facility if the weather's nice outside as well, you are free to use this. A couple of things that I do for softball is, I'll handle all your insurance, all of that stuff for all of your out-of-state events or in Long Island events. But the biggest thing I wanted to bring up is the biggest question I received was, why are we not having softball at Baseball Heaven? Why is Baseball Heaven not running softball? In 2019, we did, and we were allowed to with sanctioned by USSSA. In 2020, they did not sanction us, and they would not sanction Baseball Heaven to run events. I believe we have turned the corner on that, and I have a meeting with the USSSA reps, actually a conference call next week. So it looks like we will be bringing some USSSA events to Baseball Heaven next year, be it spring, summer, or fall. Definitely fall. We'll see summer, we'll see spring, but we will definitely be having events. I'm going to say the number is going to be 4 to 5. And so that's exciting news too. So I'll keep you all updated on that once that is official. Besides that, thanks for coming, and thanks for giving me a couple of minutes, Allie, just to say hi.
Thank you, Frank. I'm going to reshare my screen. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Coach Barber to give us a fall recap and some info on tryouts.
Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice night. We had a nice couple of days here with the weather, like Allie had mentioned earlier. So I hope our girls are taking advantage of that on their own time and having catches with mom and dad and their brothers and sisters, or meeting together. I know some of our 18U girls have been meeting at the high school, getting together, which is great to hear. For the recap here with the organization, I think collectively all three teams, we're in our third season here with Steel Fast Pitch. We started with one. We had a 12U team. That was back in 2018. Last year, that one team turned into 3 teams where we had 2 14s and a 16. And this season, we were lucky to keep all 3 teams, but advanced one of those 14s into a 16U program. So now we have a 14U team, as you all know, ran by Coach Sierra Cardenales. Sierra started her collegiate career at the University of New Haven before transferring over to Farmingdale State College. And Sierra is on her 4th season coaching travel on Long Island. Sierra's done a great job with the girls. Sierra's 14U team is pretty much all returning players, which is also great to have with an organization. That team has done a complete 180 from last season. They are a very competitive 14U team, and we're really excited to see what comes their way come this summer. We will be holding tryouts for the 14U team tomorrow as well. So hopefully we can get some new additions for her, or possibly even grow another 14U team. That, is obviously always the goal, to grow and expand our organization. I myself, along with Heather Eamon, are coaching the 16U team and the 18U team, the 18 Nationals. Heather is currently in her senior year over at SUNY New Paltz. She is a very smart student athlete. She's graduating with her Bachelor's of Science in Adolescent Education with a concentration in Earth Science. So one thing that I'd like to also share with the group is that Heather's commitment has been above expectations. I mean, Heather's in her senior year of college over at SUNY New Paltz, and she's coming down every weekend to help coach the tournaments, and coming home for all of winter to be here for the winter workout program, and plans to be here as much as possible before the summer as well. But I just think, we should really commend Heather for that commitment, because it's not easy as a 21-year-old to juggle both and make that sacrifice. So, I thank Heather on behalf of all of us. The 16U team is had a great fall season as well. This is a brand new team. We have girls as young as 8, 14, 13-year-olds on this team, and they've definitely been holding their own. We've placed in the finals 2 out of the 4 tournaments, and placed in 3rd place in 1. For a brand new team coming together like that, and making it into the playoffs and the semifinals and the finals is great, and it's great for our organization as well too. So, this team's finally gelling together. So I'm excited to see what happens after the work we put in with the winter workouts. Our 18U Nationals team, which again Heather and I both coach as well. They have had a great fall season. They've won 2 out of 4 tournaments, both in New York State and out of state, which is a great accomplishment. As of last week, we found ourselves ranked number 1 in the state for point rankings in USSSA. As of this week, we got bumped down to 2nd, but as long as we're in the top 5 there, it's definitely gonna help us out for the nationals, which was also confirmed and booked last week. We will be going to the Triple Crown Summer Nationals in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Again, really excited to see what this group can do. We have a great staff, pitching staff. We have that team is compiled from 9th graders all the way up to seniors. And it's definitely a team that wins with a team effort collectively. So it's a great team to coach and be a part of. Coaches from all over Long Island have been stopping me to congratulate us. Mike Hussey from, I believe, the Long Island Rebels had pulled me to the side 2 weeks ago, just to give us pretty much give me a personal shout out on behalf of his organization, to Steel. He really sees how far we've come in the last 3 years, and is really happy to see, another softball organization ran by professional coaching really take over Long Island. So our name's definitely coming out there, and I'm really excited to see all the work we put in for winter workouts.
And then Nicole, can you speak a bit about our nationals team and college pathway?
College pathway program. We're really focusing in on getting our athletes seen at the college level. Heather has also done a great job taking the time to, in the very beginning of the season, she took some of the girls' photos for our 18U team to form the college pamphlets for the summer season. We will be contacting coaches, especially in the SUNY area, but pretty much the way it's been working is our girls, especially our juniors and seniors, they've been coming up to Heather and I with their lists. They give us, a top 10 colleges that they're really looking at. We've been emailing them and contacting them weekly just to make sure that our girls' names are getting heard and seen, and we're doing everything we can for them during this difficult time with COVID. Once this winter, our winter programs are done and over with, and we head into the spring summer season, we will be officially registered with Athletes Go Live, where our games will be live streamed for all college coaches across the nation who will be invited to watch our games. For the Myrtle Beach Nationals. To prepare for that, we will hopefully, COVID pending, Frank and I have to work on this with the winter workouts, but we will be doubling up our practices. Our girls are also going into speed and agility programs as well. And our travel tournament events are going to be preparing us for nationals. So we'll be playing a little bit more out of state than usual, more so in the tri-state, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. And, we're really excited to get them going. This is going to be my first nationals as a coach, travel coach for the majority of our team. On the athletes on our team, theirs as well, too. I'm just really excited to get that going for them. This team really does deserve it. They had a great year last year, and, it's carried over into this year.
And anything, I know you touched on the 16U and 14U, anything else you want to add on that?
The 16U as well, we'll definitely be doing more local college showcases for them. We know we do have a very young group, but we do have some juniors that do need to get seen. So we will definitely be catering to those local showcases as well, too. Both teams will be in league play as well over the summer. So we have a lot more exciting things coming their way.
Awesome. Thank you. And we will jump into coach development with Coach Osick. So Keith, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, hello everybody, and welcome to the State of the Union for softball. I just want to first off and just tell everybody how proud I am to be a part of Team Steel and Steel Sports. I'm just really proud of the direction that baseball has gone and the way now softball is heading. I just wanted to congratulate Nicole, Sierra, and Heather on what a great fall and what a great job they've done. I've seen them work in the indoor facility hours, and they put in a lot of hard work. Welcome to the parents. For those that don't know who I am, I'm a former Major League Baseball player. I'm a college coach at Farmingdale State College. I've been there for 15 seasons. I had the pleasure of watching Nicole play at Farmingdale State College. She probably could have played third base for my 2009 team when she was there. But getting into coach development, what coach development means is, we encourage all of our coaches to have that growth mindset and not to be complacent. I'm in charge of the baseball end of the coaching curriculum as far as the practice plans. We've built a handbook. We've built 10 winter workout practice plans for the winter. We also have a long-term athletic development plan. We have professional development, which is the coaches. I'm the coach developer, and I evaluate the coaches. So we're really proud of what we've done on the baseball end, and we look to mirror that and build the softball long-term athletic development plan. And as you can see from the slide that Allie just put up, obviously, with the 3 teams that we have, we don't start till the progress stage, but we do have this built as activate, discover, progress, develop, apply, and inspire. And it goes up from entry level all the way to 19 years old. We actually have the accelerated route, which is develop, apply, and excel. So all our practice plans on the baseball end are tied into these age groups. We also have 7 on-field practice plans so that when our teams go out, they have practice plans that they can follow. So those have all been written out. Each coach has been background checked. They're required to take 15 CEUs this year, which CEUs are continuing education units for all of our coaches. So we have a coaching catalog that the coaches can pick out, and they're required to do that online education. We also, this year on the baseball end, we'll be doing our second workshop, and the softball girls are welcome to attend. We want them to be there, and what we'll be doing at that workshop is just discussing our baseball handbook and we look to write one for softball in the near future. And yeah, so they have online modules. So the coaches here, the reason why I say I'm so proud to be a part of this organization is because I've had a business, and I'm just so proud that this education piece is missing from a lot of organizations. So I'm really proud that I'm involved in it. So I guess I'd like to introduce Steve Jones. So Steve Jones is a senior vice president of the Steel coaching system. He's been like a mentor to me, and he's been a good friend.
Thank you, Keith. Kind words. I do want to thank all the parents for giving up their time this evening and joining us. And I just want to talk you through a little bit about the time, the energy, and the resources that we've really invested into building what we believe is a coaching system. And the coaching system is all about how we can get the best out of our young athletes, in this case, our young women, both on and off the field. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence by reading what's on the sheet in front of you that you're looking at, but I am going to ask you to focus on a couple of key words, right? We're going to inspire these young women to be the best they can be on and off the field. And then the next thing that I think is hugely important, we're going to let them know that they're leaders. They're capable of being strong leaders. And unfortunately, too often in society, women don't often get that opportunity. As a father of 3 young women, I know that my daughters, who all participated in sport, did get a lot out of playing, but they never had any of the opportunities that your daughters are going to have that we've developed so that they can understand what leadership is. And I truly believe that every single kid can be a leader. And the only thing that changes is the amount of people they have following them. So I would say to my daughters, and I would say to all of our athletes, we're not saying that you have to become a leader or captain on the team, but you have to become a leader of yourself so you know what the right decisions are. And when you're faced with those difficult situations, which you will be at college or later in life at work, you know you have an inner moral compass that lets you know the lessons you learned in sport guide you, and follow your gut and do the right thing. And it's really important to us that you understand that we invest a lot of time and effort in this. And Keith discussed this. One of the reasons I believe that Steel Sports is separate and above most other organizations is because we train our coaches how to do this. So how they can connect positively with their athletes, how they can take advantage of those chances that they get to teach life lessons. And we give them the skills and techniques to make sure those things happen consistently. And when Keith goes out to watch one of our coaches work with your daughters, yeah, of course, he looks at the softball skills being taught, but he also looks at, is this a positive relationship that the coach has with your child? Is your child being challenged? Is your child being taught what a life skill is? And please don't think I'm so arrogant to sit here and tell you we're going to teach your kids how to have good character. You do that. You as parents do that more than anyone else in the world. But what we do is we take the opportunities that arrive on the playing field to show them that those values can be transferred to their school, their community, their life, their college, where they're going to work in the future. So we train our coaches to make sure they seize those opportunities. So your daughters that are taught so much by you realize when they've demonstrated respect, and realize how that can be demonstrated outside of the field of play. So we demand that our coaches know how to teach these things, but then we also, and this is a very important element that no other organization does, we have Keith, and we'll have more coaches going out and watching coaches work at practice and in games. And if we don't see the values being taught that we think are most important, then we're going to have the conversation, as hard as it may be, and tell the coach, hey, you did our online training. You know what Steel is all about. And you need to reflect through your actions and behaviors what these 4 really important words on the screen mean. And if our coaches don't display these, then insist that they do. Or perhaps Steel isn't the organization for them. But I do want to give you a little bit of a heads up as well as parents. These 4 words that we have on here, teamwork, respect, integrity, and commitment, they don't mean anything unless everyone in our organization demonstrate them. And when I say everyone, I include our coaches, I include our athletes, and I include our families. So when you're watching your daughter play, you need to remember, as a coach and an organization, we demand your daughter demonstrates teamwork, respect, integrity, and commitment. And we demand that the coach does. And I'm going to say that we demand that of our parents. We want you to demonstrate teamwork when you're sitting with a group of parents, rather than perhaps criticizing one girl on the team who may have made a mistake. We want you to demonstrate respect by being restrained when, and it will happen, an umpire makes the wrong call. The integrity part for me is this. You love your child unconditionally, and you demonstrate that on a daily basis. But I've been unfortunate enough to see parents who seem to forget that when they watch their kid play. So in terms of integrity with parents, I'm asking you to please remember that that's your child. And even at this age, and mine are now in their 30s, they're still my children. So I unconditionally love them and support them. So when they've had that crap game, when they've made that error that cost the team the victory, please, please do not start an inquisition as soon as they leave the field. Do not, in the car ride home, start asking them what the hell they were thinking of. If you can't say anything positive and supportive, don't say anything at all. And I've been through this as a parent. I distinctly remember one occasion when my daughter had an awful game. And it really, my tongue was starting to bleed. I was biting it so hard. But after about 10 minutes, she said to me, "Dad, why did that go wrong? What was that?" And if you give your child the time, they'll ask you. And that will be you demonstrating integrity for your daughter by doing what you do on a daily basis, allowing them to grow and learn through their mistakes. I think the commitment is pretty easy. You know, we want you there on time, and very often you're responsible for getting your child there. So please try and remember how these words work only if the actions and behaviors of all of us reflect them. And the final thing I'm going to say, we invest a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources in this aspect of what we teach our girls, but we never lose sight of the fact that we're seeking athletic excellence. Every single Steel athlete, soccer, softball, baseball, and every single Steel coach is fiercely competitive. And I was thrilled to hear about how successful you guys were this fall season. But I'm also going to say this. Success can't be bought, and winning, while it's nice, is only really valuable if it's done the right way. So we will not compromise these 4 core values to win. So your child will become an outstanding athlete because the coaches will teach the X's and O's of the game, but they're going to become outstanding people because we're not going to take shortcuts. The process of adhering to these core values will mean we'll win more often, but most importantly, we'll win the right way. So I want to thank you for your time tonight, and I'll hand it back to Ali.
Thank you, Steve. Switching gears a little bit, I want to talk to you all tonight about camps and clinics that we have in the works. We have 2 different opportunities coming up in the month of December. On Saturdays, starting the last Saturday in November, actually, we've got Coach Sal Travato, who will be, I'm sorry, did I say Saturday? I meant Sunday. Coach Sal is doing clinics on Sundays, and beginning the last Sunday in November. For those of you that don't know Coach Sal yet, he is a Team Steel baseball coach and has coached softball at the high school level for over 15 years. Sal has served as an ISA state softball director, and he is currently the head coach for Half Hollow Hills softball. He's supported over 100 softball student athletes to be recruited at the college level, Division I, II, and III. And I'm just getting to know Sal, but he just seems outstanding as far as softball knowledge and coach demeanor goes. He seems like the type of person I would love to play for. So if you haven't met him yet, I hope you get to know him and check out the Sunday clinics that he'll have going on in December. Also in December, Nicole and Heather will be hosting Saturday clinics for 14 and up. Coach Sal's doing ages 10 through 14, and Coach Farber's doing 14 and up. And so those will be defense and offensive clinics, 2-hour clinics. And we also have 2 separate pitching and catching clinics in the works. I know that Coach Heather Eman is a very good catcher, and Nicole was a pitcher, among other things. I know she was a standout third baseman, but has very good pitching experience as well. So, with our clinics and camps, we really want to make sure that we are offering the best knowledgeable coaching staff that we can. And I know many of you, if not all of you, know Nicole, but I've just been so impressed with the feedback I've gotten on her as a coach. And not to mention, she is an NCAA record holder and was a great hitter at Farmingdale State. So I can't let that pass without mentioning that about Nicole. Last but not least, I know we've gotten, there's our softball clinic. So if you see here, this is Coach Sal Travato's clinic on Sundays beginning the end of November. And last but not least, I know I received a few questions about an outline about apparel and tournaments and things like that. And so this week, by the end of this week, you will all receive a flyer that outlines that sort of information for Team Steel. Tournaments that you can expect, apparel that you can expect, benefits of being a Team Steel athlete, and pricing down the road as well. So we're looking to make that a consistent piece of the puzzle that is always shared with our families. And again, look for that by the end of this week, and look for our flyers on upcoming camps and clinics as well. With that, I want to say thank you again for joining us tonight. If there are any remaining questions, feel free to send them my way. You all have my email address now, and I will make sure the appropriate parties can offer their expertise to answer questions that you have. And with that, I want to wish you a safe and healthy evening and a great rest of your week ahead. And again, I'm looking forward to meeting all of you, hopefully, when I get to come and see our Team Steel softball players in action in the future. So thank you again, and have a great night.